And with that, the 2026 legislative session comes to a close in Montgomery, but at least one major bill was left on the table. Now, leaders of both the chambers say they're confident with how the session went overall. Thank you for joining us. I'm Muriel Bailey. Ashanti Ford is off. Now, you can see lawmakers were celebrating right as the session closed late this evening in Montgomery. ABC 3340's Austin Pratt has closing interviews with leaders in both the House and Senate about what went well and the disappointment with an election bill not making it through.
Just before 5:30 Thursday, the House adjourned. Without making it through all of the bills in the special order calendar, the familiar notes of Sweet Caroline filled the House chamber as lawmakers said their goodbyes. Speaker of the House, Nathaniel Ledbetter, says in closing he would give the 2026 legislative session an A grade.
And I look back on that by saying, what we passed a lot of good stuff, but also the work of this body. I mean, it's supposed to be a part-time job. They probably spend 60 hours a week doing it, and certainly when we're in session.
Looming over the back half of the day was one controversial item, the closed primary bill, which would restrict primaries to only those registered for that party. Representative Ledbetter says it just wasn't in the cards this year.
Yeah, we couldn't get it. We couldn't get it out. I mean, we didn't have enough time, to be honest with you, because it was going to be filibustered the whole way through. Well, I thought it was a good bill. I thought it. I don't know why it waited so long. I don't know. I suspect it'll come back, and so we'll see how that goes.
That sentiment was echoed in the Senate. The bill had passed the House already and was on the Senate's special order calendar. It was the one bill Senate Pro Tem Garland Gudger said he was sad to see did not make it through the legislature.
The closed primaries. You saw that, and it was one of those that I think the people in the Republican Party pushed that on us, to be honest with you. And then once we did that, we worked and finagled with that bill and massaged it a little bit. But in the end, I think we were kind of ready to get rolling on that. We're going to bring it back next year, it sounds like.
I also asked Senator Gudger how he would rank the legislative session.
If you're talking about stress on 1 to 10, it's about 24. If you're talking about efficiency and moving through the operations of the Alabama State Senate for the last 8 that I can say compare it to, I truly feel like it ran pretty smooth.
With an abrupt end to the last legislative day, I asked Gudger how this decision was made between the two chambers. It turns out there was no communication.
Our decision was real easy. The House adjourned. And we found out about it. I was on a phone call in the back, and somebody ran in there and told me, hey, they just adjourned, and Sonny died. And so once that happens, we're finished too.
Lawmakers in both the House and Senate say the closed election bill will return in the next legislative session. We'll have more from representatives on each side of the aisle on how they felt this session went tomorrow. In the newsroom, Austin Pratt, ABC 3340 News.